You have complete control of your ejaculation. Hey guys, I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so you can magnetize your ideal life. So I want to talk about ejaculation control. This is a very important skill for every man to have, but unfortunately it's something that we're not really taught, even though we should be. Our sexual education is very incomplete, but this is something that many men struggle with. Many men come to me asking me how they can last longer. Because as a man, we have a duty to be able to control our sexual function and to perform at our optimal level to please our partners. It's the worldwide statistic is that a man lasts about 6 minutes before ejaculating. That's not very long at all. Most women take at least 20 minutes, if not longer, to get warmed up and aroused enough to have an orgasm. So what we see is men who are quick shooters and women who are very unsatisfied sexually with their partners. So unfortunately, the way that most men learn their sexual habits, their ejaculation habits, is one hand on the mouse on the computer, one hand on their dick, looking at porn. And this really programs them to ejaculate as soon as they're stimulated. And this programming is usually with us for a lifetime. Years and years of doing the same things every day builds up into sexual habits. So you need to change those habits. You need to train yourself. So how do you start to take control of your ejaculation? A very important thing to understand is that the ejaculatory response is a function of the sympathetic nervous system. So we have the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic is what's active when we're calm, when we're relaxed. The sympathetic nervous system is it's sort of our fight or flight response. So when we're stressed, when we're nervous, when we're angry, this system is activated. And in our modern world, we're just constantly hammered with stress, with overstimulation. And so most people are living in the sympathetic state. So of course, when these men have sex, they're not going to last very long because their sympathetic nervous system is activated and they just ejaculate right away. So when you can keep yourself in that parasympathetic state, that is really one of the keys to ejaculation control. So some of the most simple ways to start learning to control your ejaculation involve working with your breath. The easiest way to get yourself into a sympathetic state is deep, calm belly breathing. And you need to be able to do this during sex. So when you start to become aroused, don't tense up. Stay relaxed, stay focused on your breath, and you will last much longer. Another simple technique for preventing ejaculation is so when you're getting close to the point of no return, the point at which you ejaculate, you'll notice that the testicles, they rise up and they become very tight against the body. And this is a sign that you're very close to ejaculation. So you can actually pull them down, kind of stretch them down, and this will delay your ejaculatory response. And then we get into the subject of being able to have orgasms without ejaculating. And this is a key skill for any man to have because it's not very ideal to ejaculate every time you have sex. You lose a lot of nutrients, a lot of vitality every time you ejaculate. So by regulating your ejaculation, cutting it down at least or stopping it completely, you will have much more sexual energy, much more sexual desire, and you're also more attractive to the opposite sex because our semen is our yang essence, it's our male essence. So when you're abundant in this resource and this life energy, you become very attractive to your partner, to other people, whatever. So learning to separate the orgasm from ejaculation is very important. So another key to ejaculatory control is being able to move the arousal out of your genitals. So what happens as we're becoming aroused during sexual stimulation, this arousal is building, this tension is building in our genitals. The prostate is swelling up, our balls are swelling up, and as we become excited. And we need to be able to move this arousal out of the genitals. And usually this happens by ejaculating. It builds up to its maximum point, no more tension can be held, and that semen explodes out the penis. But if you learn to open other pathways in the body, then you can diffuse that arousal internally. And this is also the key to having full body orgasms, non-ejaculatory orgasms. So when you open up a different pathway, the first pathway to work with is the microcosmic orbit, which goes up the back of the body, down the front of the body. When you open this channel and have it nice and clear, then it becomes quite effortless to move this arousal. You just keep breathing it through your microcosmic orbit, and that sends this energy to your entire body, and you get into very, very, very high states of orgasmic bliss, pleasure, full body states, and you have complete control of your ejaculation. You can choose if or when you're going to ejaculate. So I hope you found this helpful. Just to sum it up a bit, you need to be able to stay in a calm, sympathetic state during sex. And that's not an easy thing to do, because sex is very stimulating, it's very arousing, and most people, they tense up, they breathe very shallow or very quickly. So you need to be able to stay calm, stay cool, stay grounded, be embodied, feeling your body, noticing what's happening, also being aware of your level of arousal. That's crucial, because once your arousal gets too high, you need to be able to back off. And that's where the skills of diffusing that energy internally comes in handy. So you need to be able to train yourself to stay calm during sex before you have sex with a partner, because it's much easier to work by yourself. I hope you found this video helpful. I'm teaching a free webinar on male sexual mastery on April 13th. It's 2019 right now. So check out the link below to get signed up for that. It's free. I'm going to be sharing some really great information, so you don't want to miss it. It's going to be great. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment below. Have a great day, my friends.